The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Sports Collective Media and Morris Media Studios presents Sports Collective TV. Oh my God, this Sunday we got Super Bowl 53 between the Los Angeles Rams and the New England Patriots. We're going to go ahead and give you some predictions and our preview of that game. But hey, breaking news this morning, Anthony Davis finally requested a trade from the Pelicans. We're going to go ahead and talk about that because if you look at LeBron's face, he's very happy. But hey, as well, you know, there was the National League Baseball Hall of Fame that just happened this past week. We're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about those inductees and the people that got snubbed. But hey, Sports Collective TV starts right about now.
Good evening. Welcome to Sports Collective TV. I'm your host and moderator. I'm Farhan, a.k.a. WDC. I want to thank you for listening in. As always, we have a very spectacular show for you. We got so much, man, for them highlights.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about, but we have somebody very special sitting here.
Who is this? Who are you?
Vashawn.
Vashawn, where you from, Vashawn?
From my mom.
That's a nice one. That's a good one.
So what brings you to the station today, man?
But I know why your eyebrows like that.
Whoa! You like my eyebrows?
No.
No.
Your eyebrows is ugly.
That's the only hair I got, though. You a comedian? Ah, that's what brings you here today. You got jokes, huh? What do you say about this shirt over there? Look like a little boy.
I think he bald-headed.
Got hair, man.
He got something. He got hair.
You got the wrong. I'm the bald-headed
He's
one.
the bald-headed one. You're getting this mixed up. So hold up.
Bald-headed.
Can I bring this? Can I bring this together so everybody can understand why you may be here today?
Because I could play football.
Because you could play football,
Ooh,
right?
All right.
So I'm gonna tell you what happened to me yesterday, and y'all just gotta bear with me because you know, some things is what the community we do in the community, and God puts you in different places in different situations. And so I'm standing there in the hood, and this kid rolls up, nicely dressed. You can see, got a smile, $1 million, right? Go and give him a smile. Smile for the cameras. Look at that. So he said, "Hey, you want to play tag?" And I'm like, "Play tag? Like tag?" I said, "Don't you need to be playing with some kids?" And I looked down, and I was like, "But you need to tie your shoe." He said, "Oh, thank you. Thank you." Reached down, he tied his
I
shoe.
didn't even say that.
Yeah, you did. The personality, right? So I said, he sat there and he say, "You want to race?" I'm like, race? So I'm thinking athlete. Tag, athlete. I just kept thinking athlete. So his mom said that he wanted to play sports. And he has a great personality. And we have a program called True Elite Performance. And we have a segment here that's Chasing Hoop Dreams. So we talk about people that has been, that got hurt, got injured. This is your story. Let's make it interesting. So what I'm saying is Sports Collective Media today adopts this kid as a sports athlete, student athlete, and we're going to walk him through the next 10 years. So you in the first grade?
Kinder.
In kinder. So by the time he get to the first grade, we're going to kind of plan it out. And for the next 10 years, we're going to kind of follow him and make sure that the program works. And since we got all these affiliates out there that's in sports, here we got a kid that we know we can give an opportunity to, that we can all, in the beginning, give him some promise.
From ground zero.
You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see this kid viral, man. We're going to get him out there so people understand what the community is about and what's going on with the government is really wrong and what's going on in society is really wrong, man. And we want to just show, we want to take one little corner at a time and make a difference, you know. And if y'all on board with me on that,
definitely.
I kind of told his mom, we going to just, as a community, adopt him, find him a team, you know, get him into some sport. He brought his own cleats, right? These not Jordans. Jordans don't have cleats. He got basketball shoes. We're going to work with you.
But
what?
when I be in football, I'm gonna be the Rams.
Okay. See what I'm saying? So when your kid got goals and dreams and aspirations like that and really have nowhere to wrap all that around, we're going to adopt that. You know what I'm saying? Scissor reel this kid up. Understand that it's all about the future. And if we can help one kid, just say it like this. When I was teaching AAU kids to how to get to college, a lot of their parents only graduated from middle school and high school. So they was like the first generation of kids to actually go to college. So he might be the first generation of kids is to establish a legacy in his family. And I just want to know is it something, I don't want to be like Obama up here, but I definitely feel that this is a way to grow our listenership, to be able to look at the things we do in the community, working with, the Spirit of God and the things that bless us to be able to be here and to be able to speak to help another individual.
I mean, definitely. What you going to say?
No, man, that's just amazing. Just I just bought in right away. I'm already in, so if I bought in, everybody else got to buy in because this is just an amazing story, and just to possibly see the outcome of this young person here. So it's gonna be very exciting. I
don't know, man. You cracking on my eyebrows though. We're gonna talk when we go to break though.
When we go, I go buy you a haircut thing to cut your eyebrows out, and everybody gonna say you bald headed in your eyebrows.
Why I gotta be bald in my eyebrows though? Why you want to cut my eyebrows?
Anyways, I'm gonna buy you just so everybody can laugh at you, and I'm gonna buy some lip gloss.
Make sure you get him a pink one. That's his favorite one.
Hey, just since you like the Rams, I understand why.
Oh,
since you're a Rams fan.
Ooh.
Why you pick the Rams?
Because you bald headed.
What's your basketball team?
We gonna keep it cordial.
Lakers.
Yeah,
there you go.
He's a smart boy right there.
Like, what about your baseball team?
I don't know what baseball.
You don't know baseball? Good. Say Angels.
So that would be good. I mean, we get out and play some catch with you, man.
We'll help you discover a team you like. Yeah. You pick your own team. You ain't got to pick none of our teams. You'll pick your own team. That's cool? All right, cool.
Let me ask you a question, man. How you doing in school? Is there any problems in school for you at all? When you go to school, do you enjoy going to school?
Yeah.
You enjoy learning?
Yeah.
What's your favorite subject? What do you like to do? Because it's kindergarten, so it's like coloring, learning, just learning overall, right? And and coloring. Can you get in between the lines, and you good with that part too? Because I know that's part of that process. So, all right, well, that's good to know, man. So that'll make a good student athlete for you guys out there. We already know in kindergarten you can color real good. You already know you got aspirations of getting making some Jordan cleats.
But we write in our journal.
Oh, you writing in a journal?
Writing in a journal.
What are you writing? What are you writing in your journal?
People.
Yeah. About your day.
Yeah.
All right. Did you write him in your journal yet?
No.
Not yet.
I'll probably make it down the road one day.
You gonna write about my eyebrows?
Yep.
I go right in your head. So everybody gonna say, who right on your head? You bald headed.
Oh man,
you bald headed too, but waves.
I'm not. I have some hair.
He got a nice line up there. It's cleaned up.
So that's
cool deal, man.
You know what I mean?
This is gonna be exciting, man. This is gonna be exciting.
But look at this right here.
Woo!
Got the little lines in there. All right. So we could take it to break, man. But to be continued. And again, it's True Elite Performance, sponsored by AskAleah.com. And it was all about making, hearing these stories about hoop dreams. Now we can start from the beginning and bring the programs together, bring the community together, and you'll be the face of that, man. So, give me a high five, give Mr. Eyebrows a high five, and then you got to just give a Prado a peace sign.
Peace.
Yeah. Peace. All right. Take it out,
All right, cool. Hey, check it out. We're going to take our first break. We'll be right back. Sports Collective TV. Check the social media at Sports Collective Media. See everything that's coming up. We'll be right back. Shout us out.
The Consortium of Health and Military Performance, also known as CHAMP, of the Uniformed Services University of Health and Science, known as USUHS, is conducting a study to understand a possible genetic link between sickle cell trait, known as SCT, and exercise-related events, known as EREs, such as exertional rhabdomyolysis, muscle damage, heat stroke, and or collapse. We are inviting African American men and women with sickle cell trait and their family members to participate. Participating in the study will require you to complete a health history questionnaire, a form authorizing our study physician to gather health information from you and your healthcare provider, as well as a one-time blood donation. In order to qualify for the study, you must meet the following criteria: be African American, be sickle cell trait positive, be able to read, speak, and understand English, be between the ages of 18 and 80, and currently not being treated for any mental or psychological disorders. Participation is completely voluntary, and your decision will not impact your healthcare. The results for this study are for research purposes only and are not intended to directly benefit any individual for confidentiality reasons. However, the results of this study are intended to help better shape policies and associated health risks affecting the SCT community. Participants may be compensated for their time. To join the study, or if you would like additional information regarding the study, please contact the study team by phone, area code 240-479-9514, or email sctstudy-ggg@usuhs.edu.
With no 10.
I haven't been here for like a month. I'm rusty.
Welcome back to Sports Collective TV. Again, I'm your host and moderator. I'm Faran, AKWDC. I want to thank you so far for listening in. Stay tuned. We got more segments coming up after this, but this is one of our signature Chasing Hoop Dreams segments here. Thanks to Don, one of our new broadcasters. Don, you go ahead and take over, man. Introduce your guest.
Yes, sir. Don P4E. You know what it is. This is Mjumbe Williams. Former Drew League guy. now he bugs me he's a ref now. So he went the opposite way, but he's got some big things with Legacy Pro-Am that we're going to talk about. And so, yeah. He's in the community with kids, working with kids, too.
Oh,
so.
Okay. So, Mjumbe?
Yes, sir. How we doing?
How you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Cool deal, man. Tell us, who's Mjumbe growing up, man? Where did you grow up at?
I grew up in Watts. I went to Charles Drew Middle School. Then I ended up on the west side at Crenshaw High School, where I graduated 2001, played for Willie West. Then after that, I went to junior college.
Well, let's go back to Watts. What was going on in Watts, man?
It was good. I mean, I grew up without a father. My mom did the best that she possibly can with just teaching me how to do certain things. And then the community took over. I was right down the street from Charles Drew Middle School. So I was at the Drew League every day, from collecting jerseys to playing when they didn't have enough people to just cleaning up. Dino took me under his wing, gave me my first job at Washington Park, and he showed me how to do what I'm doing now.
How did you manage that experience without having your father around? How did you do
it's not as hard as everybody think that it is. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good people in the neighborhood that will take you underneath their wing and just show you things to do. Now, I learned a lot of stuff from a negative influence of what not to do, not to do this, not to do that. I never smoked weed.
Yeah.
I'm 36 now, and I never smoked weed. You want to know why? Because everybody's like, you smoke, you're going to be short. I'm still
You didn't
short.
want to be short?
Yeah, I didn't want to be short. So, and I figured out I could have other things to do with my money. I was always in collecting basketball cards. To now, I collect shoes.
No kidding.
So, a whole lot of shoes.
Yeah. I see the ones you brought in here wearing.
Ice cream colors.
I know, right?
Now
we
later
got to
colors.
match the Legacy Pro-Am shit.
Hey.
So we got to match.
At that age, I know I obviously going up in the Drew and picking up jerseys and doing that, but any aspirations at that age to play sports?
Oh, of course. I mean, that took me up out of a lot of negative situations, away from the gangs and just having a place to go practice every night. Basically, on Tuesday night, we used to get shooting in. Every Tuesday night, we'll be at Charles Drew Middle School. I would stay up there until the street lights come on. Yeah. Once the street lights come on, you got to call home so she can know exactly where you at, which was right up the street. It took me a lot of places, too, as well. I mean, I was fortunate enough to play. Like I said, I got away from here, and I played at Fresno City College.
Okay.
And I think that was a good thing for me. Because being away from here, you see all these junior colleges around here. One team is filled up with little guards, other team is filled up with big men. Yeah. There was a combination of both, and that's what you had to do. And we end up going 34-0.
Probably was a better experience just the fact that you wasn't in a commuter school. Because we always say that for the Cal States, for California, like especially Southern California, so many Cal States. If you play ball here, it was a commuter school because kids lived in the community. They lived like either Watts, Compton, went to Long Beach State or Dominguez, you know. Whereas me coming from the Bay Area, it wasn't a commuter school. I actually went to somewhere where it was like a kind of a college, more of a different college experience because you stay on campus. You know, it's like you go home at the end of the day.
As we talked about in the beginning of that college preparation program, your transition from junior high school to high school in sports, did you have any ideas of how to prepare to go to college, or was you just playing?
I just played ball. When I first got to my first junior college class, it was like it's a lot of responsibility on yourself to, number one, go to class, to have the discipline to get up and go to class. That was the hardest thing. And then once you're in there, then you are able to, like we probably didn't do in high school, you communicate with other people that's in your class so you could get a better understanding of subjects. I'll never forget anatomy class. I knew I wasn't going to pass unless I got help from the nurses that was in there. And not going towards of the female way of asking the female nurses, no, go get help from the males because now you can focus more and I can get what I need up out of this class so I can pass.
Cool deal.
So
now going back now, how are you using that experience from college to, along with the legacy program, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but with the kids, your next step?
My next step with the kids right now is we're looking at having a scholarship. The legacy program is going to provide a $1,000 scholarship to a young lady or young male that's looking forward to going to school. It doesn't matter if they want to go to school here or out of state. I'm really towards pushing kids to get away from California and go experience either the South, the East, and just come back. If you want to come back, fine. But if not, at least you got that experience to be somewhere else.
I haven't just to get that experience out of California.
See, but that's the whole college preparation program with True Elite Performance is that, for one, and just is Girl Scouts now out, and so if your daughter's a Girl Scout, they actually get an opportunity to be accepted at any HBCU across the country. So right now it's Girl Scout cookie season.
How many years they got to do that? They got to do that for a certain amount of time.
So if they stay in as a Girl Scout all through high school, then they're eligible to go to any HBCU, which actually pulls them out of the state of California. The other piece is that when they do the you actually if you student athlete, basically when you pick your top 20 schools and your top 10 schools, well, 4 of those schools you get actual free visits where you can actually visit the school. So all of those is in the preparation program that we created that gives these opportunities for kids that just don't know. Because I think when they just did the strike here in LA, I think it was one counselor per 500 kids. So that's a lot of kids who are not getting information.
Well, the information is like I teach at a charter school called Teach Tech Charter High School, and I teach physical education. And a lot of the questions that come to me is, how was it down south? A lot of parents don't want to allow their kids to leave because that child
out of state fees,
and on top of that, that's their future babysitter. So for whatever you going for, you can stay here and go to a junior college, and then you could come home and babysit. That's not life.
Yeah.
Like I have a 2-year-old, so when she gets to that age, it's a matter of where do you want to go. I have we got junior high and you got high school to save up all the money that you possibly can to allow your child to go ahead and live out their dream. And it's get away from us. Go and enjoy this world. It's nice out there.
What were you chasing? What were you chasing? What dreams were you chasing through sports?
I chased the hoop dream at first. I chased it, and then once I realized that this is not, I need something to fall back on. Mom's always told me, you got to have a plan B, always. And my plan B was to go into teaching. I'm like, I could do physical education. I could teach people how to be healthy and what to eat and lead by example. So that's why I did it.
What happened to Plan A, if you don't mind?
Plan A, I went overseas. I played in Japan for a year. Then I came back, and then I didn't have the right representation. So I did everything I possibly can. It just wasn't for me. And was I okay with it? At the age of 30, I gave it up. Like, I'm okay with it. Do I look at some people now like, yeah, I can still play? I'm not going to lie, but It's not for me.
He still tells the guys when he rests.
Yeah.
But
You light him up.
He'll challenge. He won't challenge to a basketball game, but a shooting contest, he challenges to him every day.
So let's talk about, before we take this break, let's talk about some of that mental health. So how did you deal with that mentally, going from United States to Japan to play overseas? I mean, I'm sure that was adjustment.
It was. It was more about you learning how your body language can keep you a job or lose a job. And they don't understand some of the stuff that you were saying. And your body language and facial expressions tells it all.
But you know what? Just listening to you, man, you're a dynamic dude because you basically are patient. You're not just diving in. You kind of, okay, let me, then like you said, your mom gives you the plan B, so you kind of, you're not just diving in. And I think that's as a good characteristic, and a lot of basketball players don't have because they're just so eager to just, dive in, but not actually just being patient and just, and you see that as a coach.
No, definitely. And just with the Legacy Pro-Am that he just started up last year. First year, he did it right from the beginning. And this year is going to be even better starting March.
Well, I looked at a lot of leagues that I've been a part of to referee and to play in. And I took the positive from it. And then I sat down with Dino Smiley, which is the owner of the Drew League, and he taught me how to do certain things. And my biggest thing that I said I always wanted to be was on time. I didn't care if you had Michael Jordan coming up in the game late. If I tell you game time is 1:15, we're going to start at 1:15, whether you there on time or not. And that's just the way I want leagues to be ran. Because, honestly, it's a pet peeve of mine as a referee and as a player. Why do I have to go to your league and everything's starting late?
Yeah.
Why? I can understand the overtime game, yes, but when it just start late just because, I don't like that. And I voiced my opinion on it. Some people don't like it. Oh, well, that's just the way I feel.
What was transitioning to as the referee aspect of the game, was that to keep you connected to basketball?
Yeah. I mean, when we first got into it, you look at it like I can stay connected without necessarily have to be in the same shape as a basketball player.
But I got the question as a coach, as a player.
What's up?
And when that whistle don't blow or something happened, I had to learn, Coach, sometimes he just didn't see it. He just didn't see it.
He doesn't see a good amount of calls.
He just didn't see it.
He's definitely one of the better refs around.
We grow to that. Maybe he just didn't see it. He did.
But you know what I had to learn when I first came into it was that player mentality. Like, I know you, so you should be able to do that. Then as I got older, I got to take that out of it, and then I got to have an understanding of you just want to be heard as a coach sometimes. You may know that you're wrong, but it's not for me to go ahead and go back and forth with you because I'm not going to win in that. Did I miss it? Yes, I missed it.
Just missed it.
My fault. My fault.
Is he good at getting it back to you, though?
No, for real.
Can I get an and one?
Right. And to his credit, Jume's credit, he does a great job communicating with the players. And when there's a time to like, hey, that's enough, he does it. But he lets them talk. If I miss it, he says, I missed it. Like, he tells it straight out, and then he's like, my bad. Like, he doesn't, try to lie. Because
it's a good opportunity to talk to a person like you because you guys set the tempo of the game.
No, we don't. No.
In a sense, because if you let them play.
From a player's perspective.
If you let them from a player's perspective.
you're going to take that off of him.
You know what I'm saying?
He's going to take it off him and put it on you.
I'm just saying, even if you watch a game, you can have a bad referee just whistling, and like, come on, man. Or don't go both ways. Where we was at, Torrey Pines? Fredo. Yeah. That was just bad reffing. So I'm not saying bad reffing, but I'm saying he gives an opportunity to set the tone of the game because some teams play fast, some teams play slow, some people spread the ball. It's a lot go on, but they set that tempo as what they gonna let them get away with. Is that fair to say?
It is fair to say to a certain degree. My mentors have taught me that you are a part of the game, but no one should recognize you out there.
Yeah. Oh, not till the whistle blows.
That's some old hallmark.
Hey, also our best games, like when we
he's invisible.
What y'all fail to understand is that the same way that coaches and players break down film, the same thing we got to do. So when you guys sitting up there breaking down film, we breaking down film.
Yeah, we looking to see if the count right.
Not even that. We looking
at like this.
Nah, it's not even that. It's your position. So
Right.
if you miss a call, what can you do better to get into a better position to make the call?
Better.
What you got? Don?
That's it.
All right, real talk.
Real talk.
On the spot.
What's up?
So when you invited us to last year, P4E, how did you really think we were going to do? Straight up.
I thought that you, depending on who you was going to bring, it was going to be competitive because I knew maybe 3 teams out of my league last year that was going to do something. Everybody else just shocked me. And that's where it's at. Like this year going forward, I expect for y'all not to choke in the championship.
Oh, choke artist.
We did. We lost by 3.
This is it.
Hey, that's part of the
You
point.
might want to slide over that way.
So it's just like I said. My whole thing about this is to be humble about it all.
Yeah.
Like it's a blessing to be able to where I started at Charles Drew Middle School to have my league there and it being blessed by the Smiley family. Oh, I'm good. Like I said, I'm good.
You kind of remind me of a Brian Shaw, man, because that's my boy.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like life was just designed for you a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just listening to your story, not knowing a lot more than what I'm hearing, it's just like it was just, and then your humility about it is just like, because you was a person that had good thoughts and took advantage of opportunities that were positive. And just to go back, you grew up in an era where there was community. You know what I'm saying? When you said, hey, the neighbors will take care of you, or, the days where the door could be unlocked and you can go in the house, you just couldn't cook.
People had a bad view of, I think, from media also about what Watts actually was and how they portrayed it versus how it was actually in the city.
The point, and a lot of our star athletes, what they fail to bring up is that who is that Billy in the community? Who is that John that actually just helped you and paved the way for you to do certain things? People don't want to talk about the gangbanger that's on the corner or the drug dealers that will beat you up for you even trying to do what they do. Like, I never forget, I got to my lowest when I was like 18, 19, came back home. I knew a homeboy that was into the game. I was ready to give up my whole scholarship check to get some fast money. He stopped talking to me for a whole year. And he was like, that's not your life. So what you want to do is something different. You trying to come into what I'm coming into is not for you. So people don't talk about stories like that. They just talk about, he grew up without his father and his mama did an excellent job. It was hard for her. We cried together, and she said, I can't teach you how to be a man. Martin Luther King weekend, MLK back in the day at UCLA, everybody used to go to that, big games. She would not allow me to go. She tried to smack me in my face because I didn't want to eat and I was being disrespectful. I caught her hand. Scariest moment ever in my life. But at that point, she realized I can't teach you how to be a man. So I can't hit you no more. I could take stuff away from you. And now we're going to figure out how do we become closer and allow you to be a man at the same time.
Before we take this break, so I'm an advocate for sickle cell trait, and my lieutenant who I served with brought this up on the phone yesterday, and we were talking about how to get our education about sickle cell and athletes collapsing with rhabdomyolysis and having exertion. Are you aware of that inherited gene, sickle cell trait?
No, I haven't been educated on it, but I'm always open to use my league as a place to where so people can get information about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's corners for you guys to come set up if that's going to help you and bring awareness to it. I'm all for it.
Yeah, because we were talking about like how the refs are actually on the field or on the court and can recognize exhaustion or can recognize if a player is having.
I recognize it in a heartbeat. I blow my whistle. I mean, because think about it. Like in rec ball, we can go ahead and we can stop it. Our referee, fortunate enough to referee women's college basketball right now, junior college, and I recognized it in my last game, last Wednesday, and I just blew my whistle. Now, was it right? No, by book, but by being a human being, you will see that this young lady was out of breath and she had an asthma attack, and it was just the scariest thing on the court for her. Yeah, when a person can't breathe, and it's either her life or we worried about this basketball stuff.
Definitely. Well, we're gonna keep you on the deck. We're gonna take a quick break because the other fanatics want to chit chat with you about some highlights and some sports. All right, Don, you good at?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is Sports Collective TV. Thank you for listening. We'll be right back. Shout us out.
The Consortium of Health and Military Performance, also known as CHAMP, of the Uniformed Services University of Health and Science, known as USUHS, is conducting a study to understand a possible genetic link between sickle cell trait, known as SCT, and exercise-related events, known as EREs, such as exertional rhabdomyolysis, muscle damage, heat stroke, and or collapse. We are inviting African American men and women with sickle cell trait and their family members to participate. Participating in the study will require you to complete a health history questionnaire, a form authorizing our study physician to gather health information from you and your healthcare provider, as well as a one-time blood donation. In order to qualify for the study, you must meet the following criteria: be African American, be sickle cell trait positive, be able to read, speak, and understand English, be between the ages of 18 and 80, and currently not being treated for any mental or psychological disorders. Participation is completely voluntary, and your decision will not impact your healthcare. The results for this study are for research purposes only and are not intended to directly benefit any individual for confidentiality reasons. However, the results of this study are intended to help better shape policies and associated health risks affecting the SCT community. Participants may be compensated for their time. To join the study, or if you would like additional information regarding the study, please contact the study team by phone, area code 240-479-9514, or email sctstudy-ggg@usuhs.edu.
And we are back here on Sports Collective TV. Let's go ahead and give a quick shout out to our special place here at Morris Media Studios. Always check them out, morrismedialive.com. You can check out all the amazing shows they got up there, you know, all 7 days a week. So catch a show there. But as well, if you have any questions, we're going to be talking about some Super Bowl as well. When we come back after this break, we're going to be talking about some NBA Anthony Davis news. Give us a call at 323-293-3375. But let's go ahead and introduce the rest of the cast who you guys haven't seen from the very beginning. Go ahead, Luwop.
Obviously Luwopski here. Luwop. What's going on, little man? Want to introduce yourself again?
He's too cool. Yeah. You see yourself on the TV?
Well, I like football.
Oh,
yeah.
But I like the Rams.
The Rams.
The Cowboys.
No. Cut the mic.
What?
The Eagles.
I told you.
The Cowboys and the Eagles.
Rams.
The Rams. That's a good choice.
Cowboys and the Eagles.
And you also told me the Giants. I got to put you on the spot. You told me the Giants.
3 NFC East teams, my man.
See, you can't be perfect. You mean you picked the Cowboys.
And the Raiders.
Raiders. Redeemed themselves.
Now we got to get them out.
Hold on.
Now we got to get them out.
AFC team finally.
Got your boy. Got your boy Double O to the left.
Steelers.
The Steelers.
Nice, interesting. So you and bald headed over there too. You guys are both alike.
You and eyebrows.
Eyebrows.
You know that's Eyebrows team.
Eyebrows. That should be your new name. Hey, Eyebrows.
He likes that one better than the other one.
And of course, you got Double O here.
That's
right on. Big Owl here.
All the way from the east.
All the way from the east. Bringing out some of my boys all the way from Switzerland as well. Swiss shout out.
Take a look at
some of my Swiss buddies over there.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and let's touch a little bit of Super Bowl, man. We're about 6 days away from the biggest event that Los Angeles is going to have with the Los Angeles Rams against the New England Patriots. Ooh. I mean, you're going against a GOAT.
I'm more excited for Monday.
For Monday
in LA.
Oh, yeah.
Sunday night, Monday morning is going to be just that. Traffic's going to be even worse. Like, people are just going to be the fall. Yeah, everybody's going to be like,
that everyone's
because right now they're building up to like we're going to beat Brady, and then Monday we all know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we
see. I think the notion isn't really out there that they're beat them. Very cocky or confident Rams fans would say so, but I think Brady and the Patriots, even supporting the Rams, is a clear favorite here in this one.
Oscar, what you think?
What's your take on that?
Who's going to win?
He says the Rams going to lose.
The Rams are going to lose
against the Patriots.
What do you
Tom
say
Brady.
about that?
Tom Brady.
What do you have to say about that? Rams losing?
The Rams
are going to lose, right? To Tom Brady, he's the GOAT.
But it's the Rams.
Greatest of all time.
Right? Even he knows. He knows.
He's considering.
What do you think?
Can't make up his mind.
Tom Brady.
It's a big one.
Yeah, Tom Brady, huh?
Make the pick. It's important.
Did he play football?
Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady's really good.
Who's going to win?
When he plays football,
they going to smack the ball out his hand.
Whoa!
Hey, guess what?
He set me up for that one.
And guess what?
He's going to say something. What?
Everybody going to say, boo!
Yes.
They're going to bring back that tuck rule, huh?
You said it first. Aaron Donald is going to get get sacks, going to punish Brady.
So real quick, I want to bring this up to the table and to the crew here. So we all know, Madden always does a prediction through their video
simulated
of who's going to win. The outcome came out, and the outcome comes out with the Los Angeles Rams 30, the New England Patriots 27.
Well, yeah, because I mean, still, on Madden, that's not surprising because the Rams do have a more stacked squad. So of course on Madden, I wouldn't be surprised that.
Yeah,
Madden
but it's just interesting because I think their predictions have been very accurate every year or so. So it's kind of interesting
last
to
year
see.
actually with the Eagles beating the Patriots,
so
but I usually wouldn't go with the Madden. I'm sticking with his pick.
Yep.
I think you're right on that one.
Yep, and that defense gonna strip Brady, huh?
Right?
They gonna hit him. They haven't hit him yet.
But when I play football, me and him.
Yeah.
Me and who?
Guess what?
No, me and you ain't gonna play football.
He pointed you out.
Maybe for like 5 years we can play football.
And I'm gonna make a touchdown, and they go, and your coach gonna say, "Why you do that?" I'm finna say boo to you.
You gonna get flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct though.
Tell me what's gonna happen.
You gonna hit that unsportsmanlike conduct though.
And guess what?
What?
When you get to your mom's house, you're gonna take her
I'm
back.
crying right now.
You're gonna be naked, but you're gonna be twerking, but your mom gonna give you a whooping.
Okay, so
I'm gonna be laughing at him.
there it is.
That summed it up.
You haven't put the little guy there.
Basically, he gonna beat you so bad you gonna get a whooping. That's what he said.
Hey, he brought your mama up, but hey, that's his mama too. So you got to be careful. You gotta be careful. That's his mama
I'm
too.
not going up against you, huh? He is. He's trying to go up against you.
All right. So real quick, pick. I know you mentioned Brady, but give it to me one more time.
Brady by probably a touchdown.
Brady by a touchdown. Little man, what did you got?
Touchdown.
Touchdown. But Rams winning or Patriots winning?
Rams winning.
Rams winning.
Yeah, there we go.
Oscar, give it to us.
I'm gonna have to go with.
Give me a score though. Give me a score.
24-17.
24-17 Rams. Big
Want
out.
the Rams to win. If I had to put money on it, gotta go with the Patriots. But I'm gonna give you a score. Just one in the Rams. One in the Rams to win. 21-17.
21-17.
Defensive game.
That's low.
Defensive game.
That's
all
very
the Super Bowls are
38-31. 38-31. 38-31. Both teams over 30. Both teams over 30.
Both those defenses?
Yes.
All right, so I give it with the Patriots 33-27. We'll see how that comes out. This upcoming Sunday, don't forget, it's on CBS. 3:30 Sunday, Super Bowl 53, the Los Angeles Rams and the New England Patriots.
I thought it was the Rams and the other team.
And the Patriots.
The
Patriots.
No,
it's Tom Brady.
Not the Patriots.
Who?
The other team.
The Saints, the ones that got cheated out?
You want to play them again? Why? Why would you want to play them again?
The Rams
you barely
and
beat
the
them.
other team.
No,
the Rams.
Who?
So we'll figure out.
Because they like them.
You like the Cowboys.
The Cowboys. The ones with the start.
Yeah, don't put words on his mouth. He's a Rams fan here. We'll stick with that.
I like him better as a Rams fan. I liked him better as a Rams fan.
Y'all heard all of our predictions. We'll go ahead and have the rest of the crew here to give us their Super Bowl predictions. But hey, don't forget, give us a call, 323-293-3375. Sports Collective TV. We'll be right back.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You heard it.
The Consortium of Health and Military Performance, also known as CHAMP, of the Uniformed Services University of Health and Science, known as USUHS, is conducting a study to understand a possible genetic link between sickle cell trait, known as SCT, and exercise-related events, known as EREs, such as exertional rhabdomyolysis, muscle damage, heat stroke, and or collapse. We are inviting African American men and women with sickle cell trait and their family members to participate. Participating in the study will require you to complete a health history questionnaire, a form authorizing our study physician to gather health information from you and your healthcare provider, as well as a one-time blood donation. In order to qualify for the study, you must meet the following criteria: be African American, be sickle cell trait positive, be able to read, speak, and understand English, be between the ages of 18 and 80, and currently not being treated for any mental or psychological disorders. Participation is completely voluntary, and your decision will not impact your healthcare. The results for this study are for research purposes only only and are not intended to directly benefit any individual for confidentiality reasons. However, the results of this study are intended to help better shape policies and associated health risks affecting the SCT community. Participants may be compensated for their time. To join the study, or if you would like additional information regarding the study, please contact the study team by phone, area code 240-479-9514, or email sctstudy-ggg@usuhs.edu.
And we are back here on Sports Collective TV. We got the new crew up here to give us their Super Bowl predictions. Steelers. I know we got Don here. Don, I know you a fan, right? Yep. You're a Rams fan. I know you're going to be.
I root for them, yeah.
You root for them.
Bears fan, though.
Bears. Oh, Bears. Yeah, more of a disappointment. Yeah. But give me a little bit about your prediction. What do you think is going to happen this Sunday?
Well, Aaron Donald and Sue's going to control it. They're going to press up Brady up the middle and 42-30.
42-30 Rams?
Right.
Ooh,
yeah.
Hot.
What?
That's hot. That's a hot take.
I'm not the only one in the building, friend.
Ooh.
Did you hear that high score? Thank you. Yeah.
Give it to us, Callie. What you got for Sunday? Is that hard?
It really is hard because you don't know what's set up. You know, you got the young and the old.
Yep.
Really. You got the young coach, and you got this old.
Oh, it's experience of like 9 Super Bowl
appearances. I do see
appearances.
a fast-paced game. I see a lot of with the defense and the DBs. I see some turnovers and things like that happening. I see an exciting game. I think this is going to be a Super Bowl like no other because I think. You know, the Rams bring that out of you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, Brady's Brady.
He
brings a host. So I kind of agree with Don. It's going to be a high scoring game. I don't want to say who's going to win, but I say it'll be.
You got to say it.
Give it to us.
I'm going to get to it. I say Brady because it's all about money and
What's
power.
the score?
High
score too, right?
42-36.
42-36. Brady from Cali Sportsman for on WDC.
Yeah,
what you got?
Man,
he has to be against Brady. I have a feeling.
You better go against Brady.
No, actually, I'm not because I agree with Cali, man. He's going to end up picking them apart. The Rams going to play good defense, but it's the experience, right? You're going to pick that defense apart, man. So
because the
Donald's going to hit him in the mouth.
Yeah, well, what you said about Donald and Zoo, I mean, over the past 2 playoff games, they've been very impressive. So they're turning it up.
Look at the other dynamic. Who's been there? Who hasn't? What as a player, coach. Athlete.
You missed your turn to talk about it.
I'm just looking at it. I mean, I thought we were still predicting.
But we said the same thing about the Eagles last year.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out, my score. The count.
Oh,
the count. What's the count?
What's the count? So what's the count? What's the count for Super Bowl 53?
Tell us.
Definitely. I'm gonna say something like 35-28.
35-28.
Yeah.
It's gonna be somewhere around there, so it's gonna be very exciting to see what the outcome is gonna be. But I'm just excited to see what happens. Like Luop said, Monday.
Yeah, what's gonna happen Monday morning?
So who's having a Super Bowl party?
So I know Big Al. No, just kidding.
He lives in a dormitory. We all ain't gonna be able to fit. We're
gonna figure that. Yeah, we're gonna figure that out. Hopefully, there's some stuff that we can work out. But hey. We'll be right back on Sports Collective TV to go ahead and talk about.
Hey, but hold on. Is this an opportunity for any business out there that wants us to be on site?
On site.
Super Bowl Sunday?
Broadcasting live?
And then
from location.
And give you some bookshelf on Morris Media Studios? Oh, we are just doing something.
Did you just do that?
Just that. Just that quick. That's that quick.
Contact the man. Ask Ilya.
You look like you work in marketing.
You do something like that, right?
Kind of. Here, let me.
You got a business card?
Yeah. AskIlya.com. You might see the commercial come soon.
Yeah, there it is.
Take us out, man.
We'll be right back. Sports Collective TV. Bingo.
You the
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed, my brother.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, did you see the game last night?
Oh, that was a good game.
But did you see the shot?
I lost money from that shot.
Oh, man, that shot was cold, man.
I hated it, but it was good. Damn. What's in those jeans?
You really want to know?
I do.
Yeah. exhaustion, muscle spasms, asthmatic issues, unexpected sickle cell trait crises.
Damn, are you serious? When I was young, I found out I had sickle cell trait. My mom's told me, but I ain't have no knowledge of it. But when I got older, I had a child, and the doctor told me my daughter has sickle cell trait. Do you know the facts that both parents have sickle cell trait? There's a 50% chance the child may have the trait, and 25% chance the child may have the disease.
Hey, that's what's the count. Do you know that 2.5 million people in the United States have sickle cell trait, 300 million people globally? I didn't find out I had sickle cell trait until I was in the Army 10 years. Next thing you know, I had a sickle cell trait exertion site.
Sickle cell? I thought that was a black gene or something.
Nah, man, the Latin community is number 2. 1 out of 36,000 babies are being born with sickle cell disease. You could be Caucasian, Mediterranean, European. You gotta know your bloodline, man. There is an inherited gene in our community that has been forgotten. The name is sickle cell trait. WDCONSCT, also known as What's the Count, is out to bring awareness, education, and prevention to people all over the globe. Want more information? Call us now at 323-215-5384 or visit www.wdconsct.org.
And we are back here on Sports Collective TV. Go ahead and give us a call, 323-293-3375. Why? Because we're going to be talking about some very interesting topics that just began this morning with the New Orleans Pelicans. Anthony Davis finally requesting a trade out of the city, making him available for other teams to pick him up before the deadline, which is this upcoming 7th of February. Guys, what did you guys think? Let's start with JB here. What did you think this morning when you saw that?
Great. I mean, you want to go to a place where so that you want to win. You want to be able to compete. You want to be able to use your talents. I mean, you average 30 and 15 somewhere where it really doesn't matter. We're going to continue to allow you to get that. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about it.
Lou? Same. I'm not surprised, obviously. Anthony Davis didn't seem like the kind of player who was going to, like Russell Westbrook, like sacrifice yourself for the good of the stats and average, what is he now, 3 triple-double seasons? Like, that's cool and all, but like, you know, you're not going to win a title, you know, so great for him. Who's his agent again, though? Who? I
have no clue.
Rich Paul? Isn't he one of LeBron's boys? Yeah, okay, all right.
Company,
all right, yeah. So who announced it? It wasn't Anthony Davis, right? It was his agent.
Rich Paul.
Right,
Rich
okay,
Paul.
yeah. You got to read between the lines. Read between the lines, Fredo.
Helping us that. Don, what did you think?
No, it's just all part of the plan, the LeBron's crew. You know, the first was to sign with the agent. The second was to announce where the Lakers have a chance because July 1st, he's going to be a Celtic if we don't get him now.
Yeah.
Celtics have way too much they could give up. They could give up Tatum, Brown, bunch of draft picks. So if we don't do it in the next 9 days, Lakers ain't getting them until the free agency.
That's right, because the Celtics cannot afford to do a trade right now with the contract they have with Kyrie Irving. So that's why the Celtics have no chance in acquiring Anthony Davis right now. So like he said, July 1st comes around, Celtics are going to be the first ones knocking on the Pelicans' door if he's still there by July 1st.
But he say the Celtics, who's going to give him the rock? Because you got one person that want to sit out there and he want to dribble all day, and then he want to give you.
I mean, but Kyrie and AD are boys, though.
That's understandable.
So we'll see.
But I could be your boy, but I don't mean I can play with you.
Well, it depends if he wants to learn. Supposedly he learned and apologized to LeBron.
He learned what? If you look at his last couple of games, it's still him that got to dribble the whole time. There's a difference between playing with a point guard of Kyrie's, and it's a difference between playing with someone like a LeBron. He's going to give you the ball. Whether you like the man or not, whatever he does, he will give you the ball to where so you can succeed or you're going to fail.
It doesn't mean – I'm not saying AD is going to stay with the Celtics. I'm just saying the Celtics can go after him and get more. And then in a year –
but the possibility can also be the same in the Lakers' way, where if they trade for Anthony Davis, then we got Kyrie Irving, who becomes a free agent on July 1st. He can also sign with the Lakers. You know, there's been a little bit of speculation with him wanting to join.
That's not going to happen. No.
I mean, but that's also a possibility.
I think look at the timing. I think that's indicative of what Anthony Davis wants. He knows that he's not a free agent this year. He's a free agent next year. So he knows there's no real pressure to trade him this year. But he also knows that if July 1st comes and he's still a Pelican, the Pelicans will more than definitely ship him off to Boston, whether he wants to go or not.
Yeah.
So right now he's like, look, do this right now because I am not happy right now.
Just like Kawhi said in Toronto.
LeBron is over here like, I don't care. He should be like, I don't care who we got to give up at this point. Like everyone's available to get Anthony Davis.
Nah. There's only one person
Kuzma?
That's it.
Okay, fine. Everybody but Kuzma. That's fine.
it.
That's fine. But even Kuzma, if it took Kuzma for Anthony Davis, because July 1st, again, if you want to play chicken, then you allow the Celtics to go out and give like
Sportsmen joining us. We got
we got a bunch of people up here now
joining us right now. We also got WDC stepping up here.
You know how first time on the show, but they know how I feel about cut and paste basketball. Don, you know how I feel about that. I mean, it's just like it's taking away everything you've ever done in basketball as development, right? Mm-hmm. So we could go back. I could go back to 2005, 2006 when the NBA shut down. The whole AAU, that's all they were doing was just trying to, all due respects to E-Tope and all these guys out there and Magic and all those, but all they was doing was basically recruiting kids so that they can win and have a program, but not developing kids to win. And that's different because it's like if I have a squad and I say I got, my 8 kids are with me, they come to practice and whatever, but I want to go to a tournament in Vegas or in Florida, then I go stack me 3 kids from another team so I can bring a trophy back to build my program up. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing they're doing now in the NBA.
Like you said,
in retrospect.
You don't think like in the older days, like the longevity, the commitment to a team to build and have the owners build around you.
Because of injury.
But you got to understand something too. Right now is it went from an era of people played because they played for the love of the game, and wherever at that moment in time. These players didn't have the rights as you have now.
Free agency.
So now you went into the middle of it, and you had in the 90s so now they start getting their rights. So now at this point, it was in the 90s, I want my money. Now these young men don't, if you think about it, it's like us having $1 or $2. Yeah, we could get a little bit more with $2, but I could still eat with $1 per se. Now these young men I'm making $100 million. You telling me you're going to give me $2 million, $200 million? It sounds like a lot to us, but to them, it's like, I want to win.
Right.
So I'm going to be recognized and I'm going to pick up more endorsements when I win, not sitting around here with $200 million.
Well, and AD put in 7 years with the Pelicans. Like
he gave them 7 years.
He gave them 7 years, and they've done nothing.
The same thing. No,
their thing was to bring in Cousins, and that's just it. Just
and then let him go. Cousins,
but even that Cousins trade, I feel that like they gave up obviously to bring him in, and it was just a rental. But my biggest thing, going back to the before, players didn't have a lot of say. Now, what I look at it, they are the business because without the players, there's nothing. So now the league is starting to realize that now these players have more power. They do make these deals behind closed doors with their homies and stuff. At the end of the day, they're the ones really leading the ship. And it's the teams that have to come in and see how can they negotiate and figure it out. Because players are realizing more and more every day that they're the heart of the league.
But let me ask you this. I mean, just an opinion, you know what I'm saying? We know, LeBron, a lot of players have said it openly that, Kobe said he used to want to play with people, but nobody ever wanted to play with him because of his he'd seen his attitude or his demeanor or whatever, or just the fact the dude just wanted to get it like no other. That's kind of how I just perceived him. But how much really the influence of the players impact into those general managers' decisions in regards to playing?
I think players now are their influence is everything. The NBA, I like the NBA that it's a players' league, so the players can go out like you said, they can leave $100 million. Like the owner's sitting there looking at you like you have to play for me because I can give you more. No, I don't. I'll take less if you let me become a free agent. Like it's not like before where people would be like, this is the only way I'm getting income. I'll get a shoe deal. They're promising if I go to LA, I'll get a movie, I get movie deals, I get all this. So I don't need you. Not just that, all my followers are coming with me. So all the people that I brought to your team, it's like now you say it all the time. Are you a fan of the player or you're a fan of the team? Now it's becoming more people are fans of the players. Like when LeBron leaves Cleveland, that fan base becomes a Laker.
So
they all move to Lakers.
Then you look at the Staples Center. They trying to sell seats. So you can't be just a fan of a player when you really just got to sell seats. So they got to stretch. I mean, that's why that 5-man roster is so important.
Well, you got to look at it like this, though. Let's look at the ticket sales right now for the Lakers. They was up, skyrocketing when LeBron was playing. As soon as he got injured, it left. Look at Cleveland. I'm a LeBron fan. And the moment he got into the league, I was with him everywhere he went. He left Cleveland, I left Cleveland. That's just the way it worked. I don't have nothing against him, but I never was so-called a Laker fan either. But I like the way this man play.
Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with off the court. I like what he do on the court and how he make other people around him want to play a little bit harder.
That's why I like Chauncey
How many
Billups.
nationally televised games do the Cavs have now?
None. Zero.
Exactly.
So now you got to look at, like, also with the Warriors. It backfired on LeBron because he started this whole super team stuff. It backfired on him now. And everybody like, Clay going to leave. We're going to do this. We're going to do that, do that. No one's going to leave that team because there's no need to leave that team. Everybody on that team is going to find a way to win and coexist. That's what I strongly believe. Klay Thompson leaving, coming to L.A., yeah, that's far-fetched. I honestly believe that's far. He don't need money. If it's about the money, then he's going to leave.
The whole Warriors organization is a money disaster anyway. So
Clay makes so much money on his little tours that he does to China, right? Like everybody laughed when he signed a Chinese studio, but behind the scenes, you don't know how many of his shoes are actually being sold in China. When he goes to these events, he is selling out like 12,000 people arenas, and they're all watching him go play pickup ball with these other players and can't make dunks.
So we got some guests here, and they're actually Buck fans, right? So,
Giannis.
Come here. Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Michael.
2 minutes.
3 minutes.
Hello, I'm Orestes.
So how would you feel as a
Now,
fan?
he's from Greece, too. So
Yeah.
there you got that Giannis
We live in
connection right
Switzerland,
away.
but I'm from Greece. He's Swiss. Yeah.
From Zurich.
So how would you
Zurich, shout out Zurich.
Your main player just upped up and left the squad, man. How would you be all right with that?
If Giannis, for example, left the Bucks
to go to the Lakers,
You'd be a Laker fan.
Reminiscent
Exactly. of when
You become a
Kareem
Laker
was
fan?
a
Yeah,
Buck.
he's a fan.
Yeah.
He's a player
because
fan.
I think what you said is really true. That you're not only fan of the team, but specifically of one player. And now I can relate to Giannis because I'm Greek as well, and he's Greek. So
He introduced you.
everywhere he
Greek.
travels, I go with him. So it's
So either you buy a big money guy.
How about you, man?
I was a Bucks fan before Giannis even played.
You're a fan of that?
So do you remember?
I'll still be a Bucks fan.
I don't think you know Ray Allen was on the squad.
Ray Allen?
Yeah.
Ray Allen?
Ray Allen was on?
Jesus.
He may be a little too young. No,
He was little then.
Okay, you don't know.
2010,
All right.
For somebody
You
from
guys gotta go back.
Still drinking milk, man. They still drinking milk.
So he did
They're
live
not
in
drinking
Wisconsin,
beer
so he
yet.
has a reason for
Okay.
that. Okay, little man. What's up, little man?
What's up?
You like the Bucks?
No.
Like the
You're a
Lakers.
Laker
But
fan.
I like the Lakers.
Yeah.
But when I be in basketball with little kids, I'm gonna do a dunk slam.
So are you a LeBron James fan?
Or Kobe?
Or a Kobe fan?
LeBron fan.
I know.
He only
He's
been
at
out
that
the league
age.
2 years.
He's at that age where he's like, who's Kobe?
However you feel about players and to the teams, it's up to you. Because a lot of these teams are not being loyal to the players.
No.
So what?
It goes both ways.
Right. So what
All I'm
happened?
saying out there is the general manager's got a tough job with all what you're talking about.
But you actually do have a tough job, and it's understandable. So what you need to do is stop trying to be old school about it and allow these players to put whoever they want with each other, and then you go ahead and you smash out the numbers. You should just be worried about the numbers because they know who they want to play with because that's who they work out with. That's the way the league and stuff is set up now. So either you're going to rock with it or you're going to be that general manager that's up there in the booth that's going to be mad about everything.
Are you going to try to force chemistry, or are you
Yeah,
going to just
you
let
can't-
chemistry happen on the
Because you can't force the chemistry. I mean,
we already know basketball and being basketball knucklehead.
Spoiled.
You
Yeah, it's
can't
spoiled.
play together. We ain't gonna win together.
Yeah.
just like we all look at what's the name over there at the Warriors, Draymond Green. That team is not winning without Draymond.
Yeah.
It don't matter how you look at it. You could take off a Steph or probably a what's the name, KD.
Clay.
But you
Nah,
got to
yeah.
understand with that, when you build a super team, they don't compete against one each other. They specialize in what they do.
Exactly. So that's why now you look at the Lakers and you talk about give up any and everybody. One person that you have to keep is Kuzma. The reason why, because that's young legs and that's someone that's going to give you buckets at times. He do not care about LeBron, AD. He's going to shoot the ball.
For Anthony Davis, though?
Let's wrap it up.
I don't know. But
Go ahead. You're going to be starting over.
It's going to be very interesting, but a guy like Kyle Kuzma, he's replaceable. I think he's very replaceable. You can find anybody that can shoot, anywhere
And
else.
this isn't even saying James Harden's not a top 5 player.
Says James Harden's not top 5.
You asked me, you want to start your team with James Harden? No, I don't think so. And that's why we're going to go ahead and look at what happens this weekend. But don't forget, this Sunday, Super Bowl 53, the local Los Angeles Rams against the Patriots.
Right? Who's gonna win?
We don't know who's going to win, but
LeBron.
at the count of 3, when we leave right now, at the count of 3, scream out the name that you think is going to win on Sunday. 1, 2, 3.
LeBron.
Brady.